Hello guys, welcome back to my channel USA Immigration and Visa. Today, after receiving many comments on telling how to fill DS 160 form for F1 students, I am going to make this video for F1 students and tell them how we can fill DS 160 form. So let's start the video. So as you can see, I am on the same page where we fill DS 160 form ceac.state.gov. So we have to start from here. But before that, I am going to tell you this is the I-20 form that I am going. This is the I-20 form that I have that I am going to consider for filling this DS 160 form. Also, you can see this I-20 is from Iowa State University of Science and Technology, and it is for Masters for Information Technology. So let's start the filling of DS 160 form. Sorry. Here. So first of all, we have to select the location that I will select as India, and I will just click India New Delhi. So the page will refresh. Now we have to fill the captcha here, and we have to click on start an application because we are starting a new application for F1 student visa. This same the computer policy, the IT policy, you have to agree. After that, you have to select a security question. Just select any which is convenient to you and remember the answer of that question also, because it may be asked when you are going to re-log in or retrieve the your application. I will just click here and will select mobile. So now we will start from here. Just take for example any name. I'm not taking the name from DS 160 form. I'm simply filling this application. So whatever is pre-selected, I am going to take that. Give a name. Okay. Full name. Have you ever used other name made in religious profession alias? No. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? No. If you need justification or understanding of any question, in the side on the right hand side there is the description of what does the question mean. So you can read that also before answering the question. Now here I will just select male, marital status married, date of birth I will select, take any, I will just reselect everything. I'm sorry, in this I have to select India, and you have to save the application. If this does not state does not belongs to you, like in your country, if the state is not there, then you can click on does not apply also. We have to continue the application. We will again see the same page, but this now saved. We will go to next personal 2 page. Here it is asking country or region of origin. So I'm clicking here India. Do you hold or have you held any nationality other than the one indicated above on nationality? No. Are you a permanent resident of a country or region other than the country or region of origin nationality indicated above? No. If you have national identification number, that is your if I talk about India, that is your passport number. In most of the countries it will be a passport number only, but if particularly in your country, if there is any other national identification number, then you can select put that number. If there is no identification number, you can select does not apply also. For better understanding, just read on the right hand side what does it mean. So I will just select here this thing. If you have previously traveled or work in US, like if you have a US social security number, put that. If you don't have, click on does not apply. If you have earlier paid tax to the US and you have a US taxpayer ID number, just fill that details. And if you don't have US taxpayer ID number, click on does not apply. Now you have to save the application. Continue. Okay, we will go next to travel page. Here we have to fill all the travel information. What is the purpose of your visit? This is a very important thing because today we are filling application this GS 160 form for F1 student, for international students. So here we will select academic or language student. After that you have to specify what type of student you are: student, child of an F1, or spouse of an F1. So whichever categories fits your condition, your situation, you can fill that. Right now what I am going to select as student F1. Have you made specific travel plans? If you have specific travel plans, you have to click yes. If you don't have any specific travel plan, you have to click no. So intended date of arrival. So now we have to refer to I-20 form. Here it says the start of class is 23rd August 2021 and earliest admission date is 20th July 2021. So you cannot select a travel date before 20th July 2021 because you can only enter US on a student visa, F1 student visa, 1 month prior to your start admission date. That is the earliest admission date. You can enter US 1 month prior to start of class, and the earliest admission date in US is 20th July 2021. So what I will do here, I will I will just select 20th or 5th of the month, 5th of August, right? 202 2024, just for your understanding. Intended length of stay, again we have to refer to I-20. Here it says that program starts from 19th August 2021 to 4th August 2020 4th August 2023. So it is 2 years time. So what we have to fill here is length of stay in years, and here we have to select 2. Now you have to fill address where you will stay in the US. So maybe you must not be having the particular address, means you have not pre-arranged your accommodation right now, because right now you are just filling DS 160 form. You will apply for the visa, you will get the visa, so it is a long process. So what we will fill here is the university address. Where we will get the university address? School name, full school name is here. This is the address. So we will fill this address: 2229 Lincoln Way, 2229 Lincoln Way, 3248 International Students Scholars Office. Okay, we will take this on the second line. That is okay. Now the city is Ames, IA 50014. City is Ames. State is Iowa. You have to select here. Zip code is 50014. Correct? 50014. Fine. Person or entity paying for your trip. So who is paying for your student visa or your trip? So if you have taken a loan, you have to mention that. If you have employer, present employer, other person, self. I will say other person because in most of the cases, either you have taken a student loan or you have taken from your parents. Your parents are sponsoring you, so you have to fill your parents' details in that. If you are selecting like your company or organization, then you have to fill that company or organization details. So what I will do right now is I will click on self. So in that case, I don't have to fill the details, but I explained you what you have to fill if you choose any other thing. Okay. Have you made specific travel plans? Intended date of if you, what it says intended cannot be equal to or earlier than today. Okay, 5 August is we will click on 5th September 2024 and we'll click on save. Let's see what it says now. It just saved. We will continue the application and come on the this page again. We will go to travel companions. Okay, person traveling with you, are there any other person traveling with you? No, because you are going on student visa, so 99.9% or most probably you will be going alone. You will not be taking along your wife or kids if you have, or your parents as well, because you are just on a student visa. We will again save the application and we will continue the application. Next, we will click on previous US travel. Have you ever been in the US? If you have been in the US, click on yes. Fill all the details like the date when you arrived last time, length of stay, and if you have arrived earlier in US like multiple times, then you have to add another and fill all the times that you have arrived and the length of stay that you have been there. But in this particular case, I will select no, like I have never traveled in US before. Have you ever been issued a US visa? If you have been issued a US visa, select on yes. Either it is a work visa or the travel visa or any other type of visa, you have to click on yes and fill the date last visa was issued. This detail you will find on your visa. You can check your visa that was issued to you earlier. That date will be mentioned on that and the visa number. And if you will fill these details, then there are the other questions that are related to it. Are you applying for the same type of visa? Are you applying for the same? Are you applying in the same country or location where the visa above was issued? And in this country or location, your place of principle of residence. Have you been pen printed? Have your US visa ever been lost or stolen? Has your US visa has been cancelled or revoked? So if you are like answering like yes for this particular question, like have you ever been issued a US visa, then you have to answer all these questions. Like, but in this particular today's case, I'm selecting as no. Have you ever been refused a US visa or been refused admission to the United States or withdrawn your application and admission at the port of entry? If you have ever been like refused a visa either at the US embassy or consulate, also you have gone for any type of visa but you are not issued a visa and you have been rejected or refused, then you have to select yes and answer all the details, all the scenarios, whatever. You have to explain which visa type you have applied for, when you have applied for, and why you were rejected. And if you have not like applied or rejected or refused or revoked any other visa earlier, then you have to select no. Has anyone ever filed a immigrant petition on your behalf with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services? If somebody has applied for your immigrant petition, then you have to select yes and answer the question. If no, then just simply click on no and we will save the application. Continue. We have saved this page, that is previous US travel information page. Now we will go to the next page, that is address and phone. Here you have to fill your current home address or the contact address, whatever is asked, or mailing address as we say. So I have pre-filled all the whatever information is pre-filled. I will just select it, so that will be easier, and the country will be India. If things does not apply to you, just click on does not apply. Like in some places there is no postal code or zip code, then you can select does not apply. If your mailing address is the same as your home address, this is your home address, if it is same, then you have to click on yes. If it is different, then you have to click on no and provide your mailing address, different mailing address. So in our case I will just select yes. Now we have to like the fill the phone number. So I will randomly choose. If you have more than one number, then you can click provide secondary number or the work phone number as well. If it does not apply to you, just click on does not apply. Have you used any other phone in the last 5 years? Yes or no? If you have used any other number, then just click on yes and provide that number. If you have not used any other number, click on no. Same with email address, you have to provide your email address. Have you used any other email address in the last 5 years? If yes, provide that email address. If no, then simply click on no. Now we come on the section where it asks for the social media handles. Do you have a social media presence? They have number of platforms. If you use any of them, just click on that and provide your identifier. So I will just simply write here. So it is easier. If you use more than one platform, just click on add another and provide, select that media platform and provide the social media identifier. Do you wish to provide information about your presence or any other website or application you have used within the last 5 years to create or share content, photos, videos, status updates, etc.? If you have used any other social media platform, click on yes and provide the information. If no, then simply click on no. What we will do, we will save this application, continue application. Now we will go to the next page, that is your passport information page. Select the passport type, regular, official, diplomatic, others, and let's say passport. I don't know what it is, but I will just select the regular passport. You have to provide your passport number. If in some countries passport book number is applicable, they can fill the detail. If it is not applicable, just click on does not apply. Country authority that issued your passport, in our case it is India. Where it was issued, I will just simply click India. In date of issuance, I will just simply click as 1st January 2020 to 1st December 2029. If there is no expiration date, click on no expiration. Have you ever lost a passport or had one stolen? If this is your scenario, then click on yes and provide the details. If no, then simply click on no. We will save the application, continue. We will go on the next page. US contact person or organization in the United States. Remember, you are going for a student visa and you are going for admission in a US university. So here the contact person will be your university admission person. So here, like as you can see in this I-20 form, school official to contact upon arrival, that is Eliana Tan. So we will fill this information as a, because she is a international student advisor. We will fill her name. Surname is Tan. Name is Elena. Don't bother about the spelling right now. And the organization. Here, the university is Iowa State University. So I will just fill that detail. Iowa State University. Relationship to you: relative, spouse, friend, business associate, employer, school official, other. We will click on school official. Now we have to provide the school address as well. So just simply provide the whatever is the address there. Here it is 2229 Lincoln Way. So just remember that I am filling randomly, but it does not matter because you have to fill the right address as per your I-20. You have to fill this form as per your I-20. Remember that. You have to provide her phone number and the email address as well. So remember, this I-20 or your communication have happened over the email. So you have her email address from which you have received this I-20 or other information. In that email address, her signature is there. In that you can find her phone number as well. Or you can simply ask her if it is not mentioned there, because you have to fill those details in the I-20 DS-160 form. So the school official, if it is not mentioned in the email or in other documents, they will, if you ask them, they will simply provide it, because they understand that you have to fill those details in the DS-160 form. So I will just simply write at Iowa State dot com. If you don't have, still you don't have email address, just click on does not apply. Continue the application. Next is family. It is your family details that you have to fill here. Your father details and their date of birth. So I will just simply write, is your father in the US? No. Mother details, simply fill. I am randomly filling, so don't bother about that. 0. Is your mother in the US? No. Do you have any immediate relative, not including parents, in the United States? If you have brother, sister, any cousin, or any relative in the US, you have to provide that details. If you don't have, just click on no. Next question is, do you have any other relative in the United States? Then you have to, if you have anybody, then you have to click yes and provide their details. If you don't have, just click on no and move further. We will save the application. We will continue application. You have to provide your, next you have to provide your spouse details. If you have a spouse, like many of the students who go on the student visa, they are passed out from the university, so they may not have the spouse. So if you have a spouse, then fill her details here, her or his details here. If you don't have a spouse, just simply you have to fill the information. Let's see what it says. India, country or region India, spouse address same as home address. See, this is not giving me the option if I don't have a spouse. So in that case, I may have selected earlier somewhere that I am married. I have selected that option. I am married. That's why it is giving me this option. If I have selected I am single, this compulsory or mandatory option of spouse will not come. So you have to seriously select the right option, otherwise you will not be able to complete this application. We will continue application. Next is your education and training. Your primary, what it is asking is your primary occupation. Like people are going for IT or for MBA or for bachelor's degree or for any other thing. Whatever is your, if you are currently what you are doing, your primary occupation, if you have, I will say computer science. So if you are working here, then you have to select this occupation. If you are student, then simply click on student. So you have to provide your school address. What is your current school address? Like maybe you are studying in Delhi University or Mumbai University or any other university around the world, you have to provide their information. If you are working, you have to provide the employer detail. I will just click on computer science. So I will just simply fill my employer details. Similarly, you have to do the same. It's India. Start date, I will just write 2017. Monthly income, you have to briefly describe your duties. Whatever is your responsibilities in this particular role, you have to mention those details. Fine, you have to save the application, continue application. Were you previously employed? If you are employed before this, then you have to click on yes and provide all the employer details. If you are, this is your only job, then you have to click on no. Have you attended any educational institution at the secondary level or above? If you have, obviously everyone has attended, that's why they are going on student visa. So if you have to click on yes and provide the your education details, name of the institution and everything. So this is simply I'm explaining to you, and for I'm not going to fill all these details, I will simply click on no and move on. Continue application. Next is work, education, additional information. Do you, on this page we will answer the further questions regarding the work, education, training and information. Do you belong to a clan or tribe? No. Tribe? No. Now we have to provide the languages that we speak. So language known, I will, like, I speak two languages, so I will just click Hindi and English. If you know more languages, just click on add another and add those languages, maybe French, German or any other. Simply, if you want to remove, just click on remove and it will be removed. Have you traveled to any country or region within the last 5 years? If you travel to any country, just you have to select yes and select that particular country. Simply like this. If you have not, just remove it and click on no. Have you belonged to, contributed to, or worked for any professional, social, charitable organization? Whatever is your scenario, yes or no, you can select it accordingly. Have you, do you have any specialized skill or training such as firearm, explosive, nuclear, biological, or chemical experience? No. Have you ever served in the military? No. Have you ever served in been number or been involved paramilitary unit, vigilante, rebel group? No. Answer them according to your situation, whatever you have done. If you have served anywhere, if you have some skills or you contributed or worked, organization, traveled, answer them as per your situation. We will continue this application. And next is security and background. Answer all these questions because they are 5 part of it, 5 pages, and you have to answer everything. So, do you have communicable disease? No. Do you have mental or physical disorder? No. Do you have drug abuser? No. Continue. See, you can't leave any question, you have to answer each and every question. Have you ever been arrested or convicted? No. Have you ever voluntarily engaged in conspiracy? Are you coming to United States engaged in prostitution? No. Have you ever been involved in money laundering? No. Have you ever knowingly habited? Have you are you? No. Do you engage in espionage? No. Do you seek in terrorist activities? No. Have you involved in financial? No. Have you member of terrorist? No. Have you so, no. Have you ordered on? No. 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 Answer them as per your scenario, your situation, whatever you have done or you want to do. Answer them accordingly. Don't lie to US Embassy, US government, US immigration because they will find it out. They have all the systems to know what you are planning to do or what you will do or what you have done. Have you ever sought opt-in or assist visa entry? No. Have you ever been removed or reported from any country? No. See, if you will lie here and tomorrow if they issue you a visa and tomorrow they come to know in your background check or any other thing, then your visa can be revoked or cancelled. So that is a situation that you can handle and will be a not a very good situation, I will say. This is pay part 5. Have you ever withheld custody of US citizen child? Have you ever voted? Have you ever renounced the US citizenship for the purpose of avoiding taxation? No. Okay, continue application. Now we come on the last page of this DS 160 form for F1 student visa. Additional point of contact. Now you have to fill these details. What is your point of contact? You have to give them 2 references. Okay, you have to give them 2 references. So what I will do, I will simply write here. Okay. 1, 2, 3 is sector 1 would be 201301 India 55555555. Email address a.bb.j@gmail.com. This is simply randomly I am writing this to show you what has to be filled. This is not any personal address or phone number or email that I know, so it will not make any difference. Sector 2 Gurugram. City is Gurugram, Haryana. Address, pin code I don't know, I will simply write here India. Number I will just write randomly, and address is like p.kk@yahoo.com. Now we have filled all these details. What I will do, I will save these details and I will continue application. These information is different from the last time that we filled the DS 160 form for visitor visa. This contact details are not required. The additional point of contact information is not required. But in this student visa application DS-160 form, this information will be required and you have to fill. Here you have to fill your SEVIS ID. Where you will get the SEVIS ID? SEVIS ID is here. You have to fill the information, all the student information like the university details. N00328181 N00328181 298 298. Name of the school is Iowa State University. Your name is school name is Iowa State University of Science and Technology. Of Science and Technology. Now course of study. Your course of study is here. Education level. Major Information Technology. Masters in Information Technology. MS in Information Technology. Here it is mentioned masters, so what I will do, I will just change it to masters to be aligned with what my I-20 says. Street address that you have to fill of your school or university. 2229 Lincoln Way. Three two four eight International Students or Scholar Office. 3248 International School or Scholars Office. City is Ames, state is Iowa, and zip code is 50014. 50014. This is your school information, your SEVIS ID, and your course of study. Everything is mentioned here. We will save this application. Okay, it says street address 2 is invalid. Only the following characters are valid for this field. Let's see if it accepts. Yeah, it accepted. It is not taking that slash thing, the hyphen. So next is review. We have filled this application we have filled the complete application. Now you can review the DS-160 form for F1 student visa. This is all the information that you have filled. I mentioned in my all the DS-160 videos that this application ID is very important, because if you want to retrieve your application or recheck your application or re-log in the DS-160 page, then you need this application ID and the security question and answer that you have provided, because the other details, that is your last 5 letters of your surname and your year of birth, you must be knowing it, but these information are very critical to retrieve your application DS-160 form. So on this page you can review all the information that you have filled in your DS-160 form from starting, and you can go on next and see the next pages that you have filled. Your travel information. Next is US contact information. Next is family. This is the university contact information. Next is family. Next is work education that you have filled. Here is the security and the background information. and this is the student and visa information. Additional point of contact, your Savi's ID and other university and the course information. Next is location. Now we are on the page New Delhi. Next, sign and submit. We have come on the last page. Here you can like, this is the general terms and conditions of it. Do anyone assist you in filing out this application? No. Now you have to enter your name, enter your passport travel document number. So you have to enter the captcha 884066. Next is you can sign. You have signed this application. Now you can click on this and submit this application. Your DS-160 form will be submitted for F1 student visa. Next step is, once your DS-160 form is submitted, you can pay the application fee for F1 student visa. Once fee is paid, you can schedule your interview. In India, there are two interviews. First day is biometric, and the another interview is for the real visa interview at the US Embassy or consulate. So accordingly, you can select both the interviews. Thank you very much for this video, and I hope the information is very helpful to fill your DS-160 form. See you next time in another video.